How's it going, everyone?
Hey.
Hey, so today I wanted to walk through a little bit of this cool AI stuff we've been working on. We've been using something called ComfyUI to run AI gens locally. There's a lot of cool AI tools out there right now that are being released. There's a new one every day almost that, you can go on a browser, you can run, put your images in. ChatGPT 4 is a great one. You can make yourself a Studio Ghibli guy, it looks great. But what if I told you, you can do this without, relying on, in-browser AI, without being constrained by what they want you to be able to use. And you can run a lot of really powerful tools with AI locally if you have the processing power to do it and the VRAM to do it. And for the last couple of years, we've been using these Puget machines to really kind of crack this stuff open and just do experiments with it and see what we can do. It's not a replacement for art or video, but it's sure getting very cool, and we'll see where it goes in a couple of years here. And I think this will be a kind of cool benchmark to show you guys where the kind of local video, image, everything generation, even sound design is going. So what I'm going to be doing today is we have two machines going, each running their own ComfyUI workflows. And what a workflow is a system of different AI tools that people have strung together with inputs and outputs to be able to really control what goes into their image generation, way more detailed than what you can do on, say, Runway or Midjourney or something like that. So there's a lot of control in this stuff, almost too much. It's a little bit overwhelming, but today let's kind of walk through it and kind of show you guys how this stuff works and how you can mix these tools together to get really cool outputs. So yeah, let's start. So what I'm going to start by doing is I need a volunteer from the audience. Okay, we got a hand already. I'm going to do this to a bunch of people, so everyone will get their turn. But I want to turn you into a cool character, right? It's going to be you. We're going to use your face.
Just about.
You want to be a shrimp? We tried this yesterday. It was.
It's been working well.
I think for our first one, we should go with more of a human character. But I mean, if you really want to be a shrimp, we can do it. I think. We'll see what happens. What's your name?
Taylor.
Good to meet you, man. Nick. I'm Nick, by the way. I work at Corridor. I'm the showrunner of the channel, Quarter Crew channel. So we do a lot of cool experiments and tech stuff with film and all that stuff. So we've been doing it for a while. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to take Taylor and I'm going to put you into the AI, and I'm going to apply your face to an image. I mean, this is stuff we've seen before, okay? And then later, what I'm going to be doing with all these images I make of you guys is actually run it through some different workflows over here to get a finished video from that image. So we're going to do it all locally. We're even going to sound design it with AI at the end. So stick around because we're putting this through the whole workflow. And we have it running on two machines now, so I can do it in time for this presentation. But this is stuff that you can run all in one process if you know how to connect the inputs and outputs. So it's really cool stuff. So okay. Taylor, step on up, man. Let's get some display going here. Do we have a display on the TV?
Just drag it up. You need to just here.
Oh, I can move.
What is key?
Yeah, just drag that one.
So, if everyone can see the screen here, we're freezing up. This is ComfyUI, and it's a node-based workflow. It basically allows you to access every little layer of the diffusion process, right? So, AI, very, very reductive term, but it basically diffuses what you want from this thing called the latent space, and that is the place where all these images are broken down into math, into patterns, really. It's all pattern recognition. This is all a workflow to take those patterns and then shape them to what we want, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to start by Taylor with an O, right? Okay. Got to start with some media management. This is the fun part. Sure. So we're going to run through this first one. I'll kind of take you guys through the basic steps here of what we're going to do. Let me know if I need a yes. Okay. Taylor, what kind of image do you want? What kind of character do you want to be? You can be a warrior, or, I mean, do you want to be a shrimp man, Phil? Is that
Shrimp man.
Sure. Let's do it. A shrimp warrior. Let's try that.
Shrimp warrior, yeah.
Okay.
What about like something else?
Let's start with a human for the first one, just so I can show these people a result. So a barista. Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay. So I'm going to take one image of your face here. I want you to give me the expression you'd like to be captured. Or that's what's going to be in the art. What does your barista look like? Ready? 3, 2, 1, and we're going to capture that image. So I'm basically loading this in, and what we're using here is something called a PULID workflow. Now, there's a bunch of different kinds of models out there. And what's really cool about this stuff is you have pre-gen and post-gen, right? So anyone can just prompt something with text, generate something, turn it into video. That's cool, but it's all post-generation, right? You don't do anything before the diffusion happens. What we're doing is we're adding a little step in there, pre-generation, which makes it a little bit more ours, right? It separates us from all that, sketchy, maybe stolen artwork that these models are trained on. It makes it a little bit more ethical the more pre-gen you put in, right? So we want to do as much pre-gen as we can, especially for control. So we're going to use what's called a PULID model, which is this new thing that just released. It can take one photo and kind of apply it to an AI image. So as opposed to training your own model, which you had to do before. So I'm just going to input this. Let's go to Taylor 1. All right. And then I'm going to to save time, we're going to use Claude here. Excuse my typing.
Browse.
This is a great time saver. I use Claude all the time to get prompts. You can pop images in, be like, hey, give me a prompt. Okay, let's see what it gives us.
His board
We're gonna copy that. So we're gonna pop this in.
do that so far and take
To our prompt box here. Wow.
He's got some crazy stuff going on.
It's always a little bit of a roll of the dice here.
Thank you.
Let's see what happens.
Does it go faster each time?
Wow, what is happening with the steam there?
This-
He produces it from his arm.
Yeah, right?
He is the steam.
So yeah, you can mess with the settings in the sampler and everything, but I like that one.
Like, he's got some random thumbs.
That is.
I don't think it likes barista prompt. This next one we're going.
Yeah. A lot of coffee.
Okay,
There we go.
I like that. Yes. So that's good. And it does resemble you. However, we have another step in this process I want to walk this through. We're actually going to deep fake your face onto this image again and run it through diffusion once more, just to really see if we can up the level of detail, the level of resemblance with Taylor here. So we're going to go to another workflow for that. Okay, so there's another workflow that's going to basically use another version of this model to deep fake him. So let's do that. Let's go over. Comfy's really cool. Just before we do, let me give you a little overview of Comfy here. It's a really cool program. It runs in Python. You can run it locally. It's not too hard to use once you get used to it. What's really cool is that this whole workflow is going to be embedded in the output image. So, people can share these workflows and you can download it and pop it right in. And then using this manager here, it'll be able to install any missing nodes that you need. So it knows exactly what you need for your workflow, and you can kind of just download the models you need. So it's very friendly to new people kind of coming into these workflows. It's all supposed to be open source, and people want to share their work with other people like we're doing now. So we will be sharing these images with whoever scanned through, and the workflows will be in those images. So you guys can pop this in and go from there if you want. So let's do it. Let's go into our workflows over here, and let's find our part 2. Pop that open. Clear my cache. Hey, what's up? Is that better? Can you guys hear me?
Much better.
Awesome. My voice is gonna think. All right, so basically what we're gonna be doing here is re-adding in that image over the image we just generated. So we're taking the AI image and then we're layering post-gen onto that. It's a bit of a weird process here. So I think we liked this one, right? This one.
Yeah.
Look at this cool barista. And we're gonna re-add the original photo we took of Taylor. So it's gonna cut out your face and paste it back on top, hopefully. We'll see if it looks better. All this AI stuff is all about just experimenting. You have to run so many different, settings to find the one you like. Once you do, you can save that and reuse it. But it's all about iteration. So I'm just gonna do this one more time, pop that in. So this workflow is basically going to use these face extractors here to pull your face out, and when I run this here, you'll see what happens. So there's the face extractor. It's just gonna be,
He got you in the back.
and it's gonna be, working with the other face to see how can I combine these together in a way that looks even more like Taylor the barista.
Okay, good. Yeah, thanks.
And we wait. So you can also see all your processes running in Python here, so you can follow along and see what's happening. You'll see it's loading the different models it needs up every time. And you'll see a little progress bar eventually. Just loaded up the Puget model that I'm using. And there's so many models. You need a big hard drive for this stuff because one model can be about 30 gigs on your machine. So not only do you need VRAM, but you need a big. Thank you so much. So let's see what it gave us here. Okay, that's not bad. So we can go between. This is the first one. What do you guys think is better?
Second one.
You think the right side?
Yeah.
So I think it actually was a little bit of an improvement. It kind of this. It looks like it actually recognized one more face and tried to do something weird with that. It was like, oh, that's a face. I can fix that. So there's all sorts of weird stuff. Now we could take this into an in-painter and fix that if we wanted to pretty easily. You could do that in Photoshop. I mean, just with the click of a button. But there are workflows for that too. And you could even add that into this workflow if you wanted to. Okay, so cool. Taylor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple more here, and then I'm going to take this and all those images we make it. We'll put them through the video process in a little bit here, but I want to make some more characters. Who wants to try next? Anyone? Yes, sir. Okay. And then, you're next after that. I mean, did you do that? Raise your hand. Okay. Come on up. How's it going, Nick?
Alex.
Ren, would you be able to assist my lovely assistant here? Cool, so we're going to go back to our first workflow. The process here, we're going to do this a couple times because I want to get a couple good friends to work on it. Sorry. All right, now we're going to say Alex. Yes. So we're just going to rename it.
Actually, can I have you?
Alex, what kind of character do you want to be realized as?
Like not a monster.
Not a monster.
Not a monster.
About like some sort of epic warrior or something, like the video game.
Epic warrior.
A barbarian warrior.
There you go.
Okay.
I like that.
Epic
I like
barbarian
that.
warrior.
Did you already get the image?
Not yet.
You're just trying to get no face.
Just a face. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's best.
Oh, yeah, you can get them from with the background.
Yeah, but then the lighting is like that.
Yeah, if you could try not to get their face in there.
Yeah, send over here.
Get a copy of this. All right, ready? Ready to capture? 3, 2, 1. Amazing.
Color right.
So running that through. So there's a lot of like, media management. We just got to find our image and relink back to it. So where's Alex? Where's Alex? I'm screen blind.
A bit lower.
Thank you so much. I don't know why all those other images of Nico's are in there. You guys get to meet Nico's kid now. Okay, let's see what happens. Give me a warrior.
Now we have some warriors. Next few years are going to
Yeah. Anticipation.
I know, right? What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do?
I hope it's the same thing with my face.
Yeah, right. The barista.
Spinning out coffee.
A barista warrior. We can try that next. It's my kind of warrior. Oh wow!
Wow.
When you really zoom in, it's kind of you. It's you mixed with every other like generic barbarian ogre art ever. Okay, you know what? Let's go with it. Let's go with it. So we're gonna run that through the second one now too. Let's just see if we can even get more of you in there. Yeah. Let's make it Alex. Ready? Okay, now I gotta search through all these random photos. There we are. There he is.
Yeah, so you can go after him.
Oh, here's the TV.
That's sex recession.
So,
All right, man. Let's see what this does. If we run the process here.
a little bit of your face in there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hopefully it doesn't stick like some weird animal back there with my face on it.
Cooler, right?
I think so. Yeah, so this is all running on a 4090 right now, by the way, which is, you need at least 20 gigs of VRAM to really do this stuff efficiently. So I would definitely try to get a 40 series if I could, if you're going to do AI work. Definitely. I've been running mine on a 3080, my personal computer, and it's actually okay. It's like double the time. So,
I think it's like 32 gigs of VRAM.
man, the anticipation is killing me, Alex.
I can't wait to see what this is. So I'm gonna need
Definitely.
This, good question. I think just a preview image.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, wow.
Remember Nico saying
So it really refined your face. I think there's a bit more sharpness in there.
a line of the face, trying to get the edges of it.
Okay. Very cool. Thank you so much, Alex. We're gonna make that guy like do some epic like
Awesome.
or something in a second here, but I want to get a couple more people in here. So who wants to become a random thing?
I'll do one.
Yeah, you want to do one? All right.
You want this for me?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
And yeah, like once we're done with the whole process, we could just put anyone through this if anyone else wants to go. So cool. All right, let's go back to one. We're just gonna keep getting some good images here. Sorry, I didn't get your name. Heath? All right, Heath. I'm gonna make Heath hold it.
In the air.
I think they're gonna make it.
All right, man. Let's capture. So, what kind of character are you building? I think it's gonna
It's from Berlin.
I feel like
I was like, wow.
about a Scottish warrior lawyer. Let's try that. See what Okay. So what's your Scottish warrior? Take a photo. And then I'm gonna Everyone cover your face. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Look right at the camera for me. Awesome. Gotcha.
He's happy. He's happy. All right.
Cool, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are these pre-made data sources or is it radio?
That's Nick.
Oh. What's their data source? Are these pre-made or?
Lawyer, lawyer.
No, we're running off the Flux model. So that's a model that came out, I think, last year, like late last year. Thank you.
In a modern courtyard
Yes.
with a tailor suit.
So the Flux model is, I don't think it's the same as the Stable Diffusion data source, but it's kind of a
medieval-
hands file.
Put medieval in
It can do
there.
hands.
So it doesn't do a
That's why
modern.
hands use it. It's
Think
very
medieval.
photorealistic and there's some decent art too.
It wants to do modern. Why don't you put medieval in there so it
Okay,
keeps
yeah,
it
yeah.
time period specific?
Oh no! I'll do it in the prompt box.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Big y'all.
Okay, so we're just gonna plug everything in here. Okay, let's see what happens here. I wonder what it's going to do with a Scottish lawyer.
Yeah.
Warrior.
Warrior. I don't know what that
You're innocent or else.
yeah, yeah.
Let's see what it does. It just has the same axe.
Yeah, right.
Well, I want to know if he is a warrior or if he's an attorney that represents warriors.
I see.
Oh, that's true,
What
yeah.
it does with
See what I
that.
mean?
Modifier. Which one's the modifier?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting with prompts. I mean, the order does matter, especially when you start getting
Yeah.
into the video stuff I'm going to show you.
Whoa, check my hand.
Just as I say, it can do hands. Maybe this checkpoint isn't so good. Yeah, well, let's just run another and see what it does. What I'm going to do here is negative prompt for bad hands. And we'll see if that works.
Hey, a little bit.
It's kind of cool. Let's see one more. I just want to see one more. And we can choose the one we like. I wish there was more kilt showing though, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. And my name is Inigo Montoya. All right, we're gonna get some good hands, and then we'll go. I think number 2 is okay. Okay, very Pope-like. You know what? We're going with it.
All right.
Okay, so let's refine that.
It kept long hair though, so.
It kept the long hair. It kept the resemblance. So we got to choose the one we like best. Oops, I guess it's that one.
Yep. That's the one you chose.
Yeah, right.
Good.
And let's just get this deep fake going. So yeah, basically I'm saying here's the base image I want to augment. Here's again the face I want to put on top of there. Put them together. Let's see what it does. See if it's any better. They need a hand refiner, I think. Like something that just fixes hands.
Yeah.
Although we are working in a variation, which is called a checkpoint of the model, the Flux model, called the Puget Flux model. So I'm not sure if it has the same fidelity with the hands as the normal base Flux model. But every time you make a variation of a model, it becomes what's called a checkpoint. So that's just a different version of it. So it'll be named some variation of that.
Jason.
We're just almost done here. While we wait, are there any questions about kind of how this stuff works, like process-wise, or any curiosity?
Too many.
Yeah.
Is the model going to be taken further into like the video making and having the characters move possibly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was what my basic question. How far are you willing to take this model into like?
How far are you willing to go?
Exactly. With a bit more pathos. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I want to do today is make this into a video. We're going to outpaint it to the 2:3:5 aspect ratio and then turn that into a video and then sound design it all with AI locally, all on the computer. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, so stick around. We're going to do it right after this one finishes here. I'm going to actually, now that we have 3. Yes, sir.
I was just wondering what the CPU versus GPU usage and what's important for this kind of stuff.
GPU all day. Oh, yeah. Like GPU all day. It's going to take forever on your CPU. Yes, sir.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so this is on a
Yeah.
4090 right now, and it runs very smooth, very fast. It's able to do these videos in just a couple minutes, which is crazy. Especially because you can run them at way higher fidelity than a lot of the stuff out there for free. So it is cool. So let's see if this was an improvement here.
Yeah.
Did you guys think it is? You like it better? I think so. I think it matches the art a little bit more. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these over to my other machine, and then I'll show you guys kind of the next part of the process here. And then while we're waiting for that to go, we'll do some more images with it. Cool. So copy these over my Google Drive.
We'll need to switch the input, right?
Yes, we will need to switch the input. Here's just an example also of if you want to download these images, you can just pop this in, and boom, the workflow shows up. So all you need to do is look for the ones that turn red, reconnect those nodes, maybe download the models from like Hugging Face, and then you're good to go. And there's so many tutorials on this stuff on YouTube. You can look it all up. Cool. Popping these over. Just gotta put these 3 outputs on the Google Drive and we'll be good to go.
So this
Where?
so that when you come to grab
Thank you.
Yeah.
he's even give me a second.
The fun part.
Pictures here. So he'll make me to like, I'm like, okay, Tuesday night. Yeah. Hey, thank you. Oh, actually, I'll get this to you, but I want to watch it.
Last but not least. Okay, cool. Oops. Did I already do that one? Okay, cool. So we're going to go over to this other computer now. Yeah, let's switch to the input. Okay, so over here, once we switch this over, you can see I have a little custom workflow I made last week, which I thought was cool because Nico was doing some experiments with this stuff. And I was like, well, maybe I can take that and automatically turn it into a video for him. So that's what I did, just combining a couple different workflows. So the first workflow we're gonna combine here is this outpainting model. There's a version of the Flux model that is trained to outpaint, kind of like generative fill does. It's basically the exact same thing. You can do inpainting, outpainting, anything you want. So we're gonna outpaint this first image here to a more like just a better aspect ratio, I think, and then we're gonna animate that with prompts. So let's do it. But first I gotta download these awesome photos. Hey, how's it going, dude? Awesome. So let's just load this in. Who wants to go first? Let's go in order. Let's start with the barista.
Missed it.
I feel like if you're a barista, what kind of action would you like to?
I'd probably be bad at it. Accidentally spill.
Okay, you spill it. I'm not sure if that'll work, but let's try it.
What do you say? Spilling?
A barista, I'll just write like a barista is making coffee and spills or something. We'll prompt that. Let's just keep it simple for now. So it's loaded in here. I'm going to do my first prompt, which is in the first step here, which is going to be my outpainting prompt. So I'm going to kind of, you don't need to do too much, I think, in general. You don't need to write too much. It's just going to confuse it because we already have an image. I just want to just work with what we have already. So let's just say a cinematic shot of a man standing. I'll say barista, actually. Great. And let's see what happens. So we're going to run this through, and then actually before I do that, let me go over to my other prompt, because this is all going to be running in one process. So I'm going to hit run, and it's going to outpaint and then generate the video. So it's one click, and I'll get a video.
Look, it's all running like one prompt. Like, put the photo in. It's gonna do the generated video. It's gonna do equals.
Sorry. This keyboard is really bad. Let's see if that works. We're gonna run it. Let's run it and see. Any glitches gonna pop up? All right, so the first process it's gonna be running is this outpainting, and it's processing right now, as you can see. Looks like it's loading our first model. What's really cool is that Comfy can load different models down your pipeline. So it's automatically gonna load my Flux model first to generate the image, and then it's gonna load the WAN 2.1 model, which is WAN, yeah. It's about a month-old video model that this guy named Kijai, who's a really cool open source coder, has released for Comfy. So you can run this now. And they're just actually, a new model just dropped that made it obsolete, but we're gonna use this one because it's what we set up last week, but it's still pretty good. Okay, there we go. So it's basically just taken that image, turned it into a very busy frame here. Not much making sense, but that's okay. That's pretty par for the course with AI. And now we are loading our next model, this WAN 2.1 model here. And this is going to take a little bit. It needs to run through about 20 steps of processing here. So you can just maybe switch over to the next image and start running someone else through. Can you switch the screens? We're going to let that run. Can we switch screens? I did. Oh, you did? No. Oh, you did. Thank you so much. I'm getting confused of which screen is which. ComfyUI. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. Who's next? Who wants to go into the AI? Yeah? Come on up.
Start it.
Take the hat off.
Hey, good to meet you. I'm Nick.
That's good. Healthy.
Chelsea. That was
It's mine now.
What?
Glenn, are you ready for the creative? I speak on behalf of Nicholas.
Oh, like. That's interesting.
It's good fooling. What is your dream?
I asked the audience, and they said something from like Mario Kart, like Peach or something.
Mario.
You know, like here we go.
So this can do different styles too. You want to do Mario Kart
Yeah,
stuff?
like inside the car, like driving down the road.
Let's try.
Sure. Awesome.
Okay, so we should have like you're having fun. You're driving fast. You should be like, just like that. Okay, ready? Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Got it.
Yes.
Now we're having fun. So.
Is there any advantage to cropping out faces in this input image?
Probably. Yeah. Like the background faces, you mean?
Yeah, just like cropping the face.
You could run a node for that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Try it. They called Mario Kart. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Sure.
Official term.
It's a me, cart. Can they spell it with a K?
Oh no, they do. It'll probably still do it.
It's very passively aggressive.
Maybe you don't brains anymore.
Type it like internet style.
Probably not. Okay, let's see.
So it's generating the image now.
Yeah. Be warned. AIs are heavily trained on female images, so it can tend to take them into more of a risque kind of sense. So you might need a negative amount for some stuff. I'm serious. It's like, if you go on Hugging Face, there's some weird stuff up there. Yeah, I mean, hey. I mean, that being said, that's pretty good.
Dang.
I mean,
Nothing risque there.
it's kind of turning your likeness, and yeah, I can see it. Let's see how it refines that. I'm wondering if it's just going to stick a human face on the model. So I'm not sure if the I don't know if the Puget deepfake model can do cartoon styles. Let's find out.
Got the card. Huh? Did the card. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's a card. I feel like there's just like a lot of flexibility to it, like to what you can do. You understand like coding, like how you can drop it up. Because they just talked about like you can make a note that says cut out the faces in the background.
Like put in like realistic more, like less so it's like exact. It's like a cartoon.
Sure.
You would get like kind of like.
Let's try it. I'll do another image then. Yeah, I'll do a photoreal version. Let's run this to see what happens, and I'll go back to the one. We'll rerun it.
No, I'm just playing around with stuff.
So let me take out. I'm going to take out that prompt for Nintendo style that I added. We'll add that to our queue process. Oh, oops. It's because I did it wrong. So what I just did was try to run the whole entire chain here, which includes the webcam image capture. So actually what I want to do is isolate the process I want to run, so I can just click here and press Q. Oh, I guess I might have to redo the whole thing now because I've messed it up.
Well, that's going to make it a day.
We're just going to do that.
I'll try it. Generate scripts.
Let's see what it did here. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Please forgive us. We're just going to...
Some force me on
I don't know, guys. What do you think is best? What do you think's better? Team, let's go back, please. Okay. I don't know why it's not displaying both. It's okay. I think we're gonna. Let's rewind a bit. Let's go back to our first. Okay.
Interesting.
I guess. I mean, it's.
Actually, less messed up.
Let me try. That's done. Okay.
One line and like didn't know what to do with it.
I think we might just go with the second one here. Would you like me to try a different thing? It's like photoreal Princess Peach. Maybe we should try that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's like substance. The 49 is a 24 the 59 is 32 good car.
I definitely have like 245 and it's
40 to 50
what's the one that I have. I would think switch
It'll correct it.
6,000.
Yeah, I mean,
But the ones are 40, 45.
over 20 gigs of RAM, no problem. It's all it is.
Yeah. I think that leading with photorealistic in the prompt is the right idea.
They've got there, so that's why you get that. Hopefully, you go for
Where are you based on?
I'm based on
I might need to get a new image of you actually because I ran that process. So let's get a new webcam image.
Sorry guys, it took up so much
I
time.
mean, actually, that's not too bad.
Oh.
Okay. You know
There you
what?
go.
Let's go with that. Let's go with
Yeah,
that.
that's
'cause
great.
It's giving us a more photo approach, so we're good.
That's fine.
So let's. Guys, this never happened.
I mean, it's real, right? This happened.
Yeah, it is. This is the beauty of AI.
I was gonna say that's what this is.
90%
Yeah, it's like
10% goodness.
right.
Anything that looks good that you see of AI, like the person spent a long time on it,
Yeah.
just rejecting most of the outputs.
Exactly.
It's like 950 is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's run it. Uh-oh, I actually need to do this. Cancel the process so you can cancel. Make sure it's done. And we'll run. I'm excited to turn this one into a video, see if it actually gets the racing motion, if it can outpaint the rest of the cart. So yeah, we're going to switch back over after we're done with this.
96 gig worth of four AI boxes. Be good luck. Well, I mean, every time they
Sorry about that.
It's going to happen.
It's good to see the actual full process, though. You know.
I mean, again, like the process is rejecting output a lot of time, and then you're like, how can I prompt this differently? And so it's changing.
Yeah.
Especially with the video stuff, that really matters.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little bit blurry, but okay. No, this one's actually kind of old. I mean, this one I think looks way better.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Totally.
Yes. Okay, well, cool. That's awesome. I'm going to put this output into my folder. Let's switch over to the other computer and see what we got from our barista spilling his drink. So I'm curious about that.
It is. I didn't realize you could. I just came on a good version. I just was
It'll take a while.
What's the penguin?
How you doing, Houston?
pretty sure we'd get a DMCA for that.
yeah. There we go. Whoa.
So it looks
That
like
was-
what it did was
I did not expect
it was
that.
like slow motion, some sort of like maybe food photography. Yeah, like some sort of.
It's interesting.
I do like the focus shift. We could prompt that away maybe. It's kind of interesting. I mean,
No,
it could be
it's
worse.
nice. It's artistic. Yeah.
Pretty consistent though. I mean,
It's like he's throwing it at you. Don't piss off the barista.
definitely drawing from like some sort of like McCafe ad or something. You know,
Yeah.
like coffee flying all over the place. Okay, so let's run some other ones through.
man.
I wanna see what some of these warriors look like. But as we can see, this is a pretty cool process here to just be able to, all in one click, get a video from an image. And yeah.
Is it possible to get a video from a video? Can this AI model
Yes.
like apply? Like if we had him gesture throwing a cup to customer's face with liquid, we'd be able to apply this
Yes.
to that.
There are workflows for that. There's something called WAN 2.1 fun control. Fun control, yeah, it's fun to control it. Basically, yeah, you can, like in Runway ML, you can input your guiding video of just you puppeting basically, and it'll process through in its own workflow, turn you into a skeleton, and then apply that to the output image. So yeah, I don't have that up and running right now, but it is out there. Yeah, it actually, this model dropped about 4 days ago. The fun control model did. So we just now have open source control of animation, which is a game changer because the less you can roll the die with your pre-generation, the better.
Yeah.
You're pre-generating your whole film at that point, right? You're just shooting yourself, acting everything out, and then basically rendering it with this, which is cool.
Yeah.
So who's next here?
Yeah.
How do you keep up with the changes?
How do you keep up with the changes?
New model drops.
Dude,
Oh, geez, yeah.
the worst, because as soon as you learn one workflow, like when I get back to LA, this is all going to be outdated. Like I said, a new model dropped while we've been here. I'm like, now I got to spend days getting that up and running. Just like, oh god. Okay, let's see what happens with our awesome warrior here. So this is just a very simple prompt again for the outpainting process here. I just want to get a better frame for a video. So let's see what it does. And then for my video prompt, let's see. Yeah, that's a good idea. We're going to have him swing the axe.
Is he still here? Oh, you're right now. They're older processors are. No, right? No. Prices are surprised what they do. Trump is so good. Look at the price. Is that still? Oh, I didn't see one of those. Years.
And then he smells the coffee.
All right, let's try it.
Let's try it out. We're going to run it.
I'll play games. Play games because you can't
Yes, you'll see the outpainting pop up here in the middle. That's actually pretty quick because it's just a one flux image, so it's going to take just a couple seconds to see if what we got is actually usable.
It's better, okay? Oh yeah. Aja makes some good words.
So how long does it take to render these usually?
Well, for the outpainting, it's going to be very quick because it's just one image.
Oh, okay.
But for the actual video generation, I'm doing I think a 3-second video right now just to keep it quick. It'll be,
Okay. I've got my prompt figured out for mine, so.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Pull out his dirk in anger.
Yeah, pulls his dirk in anger.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll know what that means.
Well, you say Scottish dirk or Scottish. What's the word in anger? In anger. Oh, nice.
Yep, there's some of that latent space coming through. Sorry? It added a title, yeah. I think it's drawing on, it's definitely on some seed that is heavily in the video game art kind of area. So I think it's putting a little video game title in there. It's okay, well, let's keep it. I mean, it's fine for now. So as you can see, this next process here for WAN 2.1, it's chugging along. It's going pretty fast. I mean, for free, that's pretty fast video generation right there. And the thing is, you can go into your frame rate here. You can choose whatever frame rate you want. You can choose, here's the length of frames. So right now I'm at, where's my frame rate? It's here somewhere. There it is. Doing 20 frames. I think I'm actually going to go native. This model runs in 16 frames. So let's try a 16 frame one for the next gen.
Great. Like this now. Great.
I do like how smooth the slow-mo looks, though.
It is nice. Let's see.
So let's see. So we'll run this. We'll run the Scottish warrior, and then I think we should sound design some of those and just see what happens.
No, yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
What does that say? Is that
Sorry.
so you're not just saying.
You guys ever played Hollow Long?
Hello, Jan.
The first
Hello,
one's
Jan.
really good.
Yeah.
Hollow Long. We're gonna wait through this together, guys, so you can really experience what AI generation's like.
Exactly.
Runway.
How does it compare to Runway? Well, it's free, and you don't have to pay a lot of money for one generation. Because, okay, here's the thing. Like I said, AI generation is iteration. And if you're paying, I mean, it breaks down to like $1 a gen, I think. It's pretty expensive to use Runway's gen AI. So for me, by the time I'm done iterating and finding out the prompt I want, I've run out of money.
Yeah, right.
So that's why I was like, I need to run this all locally, you know? I want to be able to iterate for free on my own time, so.
That's a good point. Wouldn't it, like, you said you need like a 40 plus series release, so like, wouldn't that, like, it's a little bit more expensive to do it yourself because you need a graphic card, but like,
Yes.
if you have a worse computer, then.
I mean, it depends on what you want to prioritize. If you're really trying to work with this stuff, I think that is a good investment because, you know, you don't have to keep renewing your subscription. Instead, you can just have the machine, you can do it yourself. Yeah, I feel like I've been running on a 3080 at home. I can generate a video in like 5 to 10 minutes, so it's not too bad. I mean, you queue up like 5 with different prompts.
So yeah, you can do
Where
them at the same time.
you can, up to a certain, sometimes it'll glitch it out if I do like 10, but like 5 or so, I think it can do, yeah.
Before we get started,
I think it's just my actual computer is struggling, but, but this one's very nice. It's been very smooth. I got here and I was like, oh, it's so fast because I've been genning on my 3080 for so long. So.
where are we at? Where are we at?
Here's something I did of Nico.
Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us.
So that I prompted an archer is posing, he runs towards camera, draws his bow. So that was the prompt I gave. It was like a process with commas. And actually, I mean, it did its own thing, but
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Can you see it again?
Okay, play it again.
Yeah, play it again.
All right. So, hey, we also want to interact with you, okay? Later on,
Kind of like a stealthy archer guy running through the woods.
Ranger.
Yeah.
Archer guy.
Got a cinematic shot. Who's that guy? Do you recognize that guy?
All right.
That I prompted. A soldier's firing his gun, he gets shot, falls to the ground. So like it's kind of there. It like knows the patterns, but it's just, you know, it needs more time, I think. Maybe if I rendered this like 3 times the resolution, it would get it. But I don't know, he's just like,
Yeah, tired. Narcoleptic.
now, if I really wanted to generate like good World War II stills, I would train my own model on a bunch of like actual uniforms and what I want to be shown, so I can then filter all the latent space through that and actually get like accurate uniforms.
That's better.
But right now, I'm going with whatever the generic World War II thing is. But yeah, that was these are just random tests I've been doing. Yeah.
What's the resolution, please?
So this I think is 720. So the model, the one I'm using right now is 480p native resolution. There is a 720 model if you can run it. It just takes longer. So
But they aren't like 1080 or 4K yet. That will take like long.
what I would do is upscale it. You can run an upscaling node as well, a whole workflow for upscaling. So you can have that on like one. You can get your video, upscale it, and sound design.
So figure out what you want before you spend the time to upscale. It makes total sense.
You can do whatever. Yeah, these were some early tests we were doing with Nico.
I don't like it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
How good is that motion? All from an image of a cowboy running.
Better than
What's the spider one?
The spider one. Let's look at the spider one. That was one we did yesterday. Ren's favorite. If I can even find the video. Oh yeah. Wait, where's the video?
yeah. I got it. Conceptually spoken.
Pretty freaky, right?
Do it again. Play it again.
So I was really impressed because the first one I ran, the spider just ran by camera. Kind of like he ran right past, but then I was like, comma, he stops and screams in a close-up in camera or something
nice.
like that. And it actually did it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like it's fun to figure out like, oh, I can actually control this a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think this one might be done processing. Right? So these images, I was experimenting with getting coverage of a scene, basically. So I made a Laura based on pictures of me in this costume, I just got a cowboy costume. A Laura model is a specialized checkpoint of a model that is basically filtered through a likeness, a style, or any specific kind of look. So you can make character Lauras, you can make style Lauras, you can make environmental setting.
Oh,
Wow, that's very intense.
jeez, babe.
I'd buy that game. Very fun. It got like a screaming oh, that's scary.
It's like, you broke his arm.
So this is where we iterate. And maybe I cut down on my prompter. Okay, let's try one more of that. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
insane. I could negative prompt for camera shake.
Yeah, negative.
Pardon my fat fingers. I'm just going to try simplifying my prompt a little bit. Let's see what happens. And let's actually make this a little bit longer. I'm just going to go do 81 frames here.
16, right? 16.
Sorry?
Changing it to 16 frames.
It's 16 FPS now with 81 total frames, so we're going to get a bit of a longer video. Sometimes if it has more time to work with, it gets crazy and goes off the rails, so let's see. While we're doing that, I can process some more characters if you guys want. Anyone else want to be a character? Yeah? You guys?
Do it.
All right, let's do both of you guys.
At the same time?
Not at the same time. I'm like,
First. We're drawing.
I don't think I can do two faces in one image yet. So. Good.
I screwed up.
How's it going, dude?
I was like, I'm surprised my arm isn't hurting. Then I tried to move my arm, and it's like, I can't move my arm.
We meant for yeah.
Still a lot lighter than most rigs I've had. So.
All right, let's get capture here.
Yeah.
I feel like we should do like a dance or something, I don't know, some kind of dancing or something. The blocks are perfect. I'm looking for some really succinct motion here. That's perfect. Okay, let's do it. Let's get a shot. What's your boxer look like? You got the mustache for it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, some fisticuffs? All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Capture. Got it. One more? Okay. Just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Capture. I feel like you should be like an old time boxer.
Yeah. Like 20s or.
Nice, a rebel prize fighter.
Yeah.
But that's key terminology.
Yeah, price fighter.
Muscular but
I know
lean.
what to do with that. We'll see. Oh wow, yeah. That might actually conflict with your actual face, so we'll see. It might
Yeah.
take it away.
As long as it
Why not?
doesn't evolve, but it's probably gonna. Yeah, hair didn't exist back then. It wasn't
Favorite tune?
22. Yeah. Still copyright on hair.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for like small creators.
So this next video gen's taking a little bit longer because we basically doubled the amount of time it's going to be by lowering our frame rate and extending the length. It's just going to take a bit longer, so, but not too much longer. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's cool. Black and white. I kind of like that. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. The sepia.
Dude,
That hair.
that's really good, actually. Yeah. The hairstyle is
Kind of corner.
it's doing something with your hat. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it though.
Why not?
So let's refine that. Let's refine it. Oh, I can't wait to do this Princess Peach video next. So,
It's great. Nope.
let's see what happens. It looks like our next outpaint gen, there's no video game title now, so that's good. We got rid of the title.
Cool.
Let's roll the dice. So you can, it's kind of fun like following through this process here of, when it's applying these different steps in the process. And you can really learn about the different steps of diffusion by just working with this stuff. And it starts to make, okay, like this is kind of how everything filters through, The Laura, where in the point of diffusion does my character actually get filtered in, Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how the video is going to work with this black and white.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. I mean, your choice.
First one's better.
See, I think
The
that
one
one.
on the left is better. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
The original. I think the original is
Yeah.
actually better.
It's a lot more refined. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot more detail.
I feel so bad. I must kill you.
Yeah.
It's fully done. And I'm like getting into this.
Whenever I go to the folder, it just takes forever to load. So. Why does it take so long? Yeah, I don't know. We'll get it. Oh, there you are. Fun. All right. This is almost done over here. Yeah, let's do it. So let's run one through while we're waiting for that to finish.
Yeah.
Awesome. Who we got? How's it going, dude? Kevin, good to meet you. What kind of character would you like to be?
Like a bull rider?
A bull rider?
Bull rider.
Bull rider or bullfighter? A bullfighting rider?
Bullfighter, yeah.
Okay, that's it. You want to be that? Yeah.
A matador.
Sure.
Matador, is that they're called?
Yep. Let's do it. Great, let's get Kevin in to the.
Oh yes.
Whoops, we're on the wrong workflow. Gotta check that I'm on the right workflow. All good. All right, let's take that image. Give us your best Matador face.
It should be full of pride.
3.
Confidence. Yeah, there you go.
Capture. Nice. Gonna keep that in, load it in. And then we're going to. Then last but not least. See how it does.
My leg, bro. I'm in pretty bad shape.
Yeah. Been fighting a while.
We can actually switch over to the other monitor now, and I'll show you guys what we got.
Yeah, kind of want to share.
So this is where that fun control, I think, is going to be really fun to mess around with, because as you can tell, I think this really struggles with animation. It doesn't know how to do complex animation yet. It can do a little bit. But that's some crazy contortion happening. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I think it's a. I don't know. I don't think it's real.
Maybe, I don't know.
Let's run something else.
Run away.
I would run from that guy. Yeah. We're gonna go with it because this is AI. Embrace the joke, okay?
Alright.
Not gonna change again.
Let's see. Let's do that. I think I already downloaded it. Let's see. I might do a little bit of a shorter video clip this time. I think it's,
Yeah.
a little bit too much.
Nice.
Yeah.
If he just pulls out the thing, that'll be quick, right?
So we're just gonna add our prompts in for the video gen.
Right now, one of our $100 offer.
Sorry, what did you say?
Pulls out a dirk or a Scottish sword in anger. So simple, it's one movement, you know. Should be able to do short.
Let's just see what it does here.
Yeah.
Possibly, obviously.
Do you mess around with AI stuff much?
Well, I don't have the GPU to do it right now, but I played with some, but you know, I need to upgrade. It's been a while. I was gonna ask though, so if you load ComfyUI, does it already have like the nodes and everything set up, or are you building that all from scratch?
I think you build it up. I think Nick mentioned that if you already have one of these images that has like the workflow stored as metadata.
Oh, really?
So when you load up the image, it'll load up all the nodes.
Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin.
I don't use it, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
What do you think of this?
So it's Ask Nick is what you say. I think it's awesome, man. So.
Okay, but let's refine it.
I'm gonna switch back.
Yeah.
I'm just running through Kevin's Matador here. Just going to refine the face while we're loading our video.
So the longer answer to your question, Ren, is I do virtual production and stuff like that. I have a 260-degree retrospective compositing state, camera tracking and everything.
Okay, so we're going to run this.
I want to do a bunch of stuff with AI, but I got to upgrade some stuff. Is it not going?
Oh, wow.
Hey.
So with our Scottish lawyer here, the outpainting decided to add some extras into the scene. So you're going to be angry at your clients.
Awesome. That will work for me.
The other lawyer.
That's great.
No, that's awesome.
It's pretty good, right? For one
Yeah.
photo, to be able to get the likeness from one photo
Yeah.
is just game changing.
It's all about having the right prompt, right?
It's run locally.
I mean,
Sometimes, right?
it's not all about the right.
No, you're right.
Oh, sorry. What?
No. I said that helps, but you're right. It's kind of.
I mean, yeah.
And you have to tweak. Sometimes you have to tweak your prompt. Sometimes you get lucky.
Prompt in a way, right?
Yeah. Right.
It's like the end result of I noticed, like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's the angle at which you took, so like pictures were taken. Some of them have bigger heads, proportionally.
I've noticed that too. Right? You get a bit of a big head effect. You might be able to make it for that by saying like big head. Or
But he's also shooting with the webcam here. If you actually shot with the regular cam, then crop in or zoomed in, so you don't have the distortion. That might be a difference. Yeah.
I mean, the input image quality does matter, right?
Yeah. Well, whenever you're that close, it's going to be distorted.
Oh, yeah. So let's see what it did here.
It's like I think Sam worked on by himself.
Oh wow, it made you like a little bit older, maybe more weathered. I don't know.
I don't know which one I like better. They're both good.
The first one's still like
Which one?
I also like the first one here.
This one? Yeah.
Guys, deepfakes are out of date now, I guess. We don't need them anymore.
Yeah, that one looks more. I like the weathered one. Personally. Looks like he's been through this.
So let's copy this over to like Google Drive and then make some more videos and then a sound design.
It's the whole thing. It's like just like.
Voices are all 18 minutes too.
No. Sam, he was on, he did all.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
It's fun stuff.
So yeah, we have some good results processing here.
So I have played a fair amount with single image, but not with video prompt and stuff. But it's awesome stuff.
Do you want to go back to the
I just like ChatGPT and asking it to write Instagram descriptions for me.
Yeah. It's awesome for all sorts of things.
Description for such and such. They can do it for me.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, or trying to get good hashtags or something like that. Yeah.
We're already on. I joke that it's my personal secretary, ChatGPT.
It is. It totally is. Yeah. Saves a lot of time.
Yeah, I think we're getting this. Because I was trying to use it earlier and it was like not working.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Almost there.
Yeah, I can talk about that. Yeah, we'll do that after sure. Yeah, let me start another video going.
Possible.
This is so cool, Dave. I love it. Another thing is I'm on a random seed right now, which means that it's going to be going to a different random part of the latent space, basically directed by the prompts, but it's still going to be a different result every time I roll the dice. So you can change it to fixed if you find a thing you like. You're like, that's really getting the vibe. You fix your seed, then you can prompt for variation. So.
He looks all friendly, but then
yeah, I guess
I can't wait to see him actually.
He's in a heated debate right now. It's giving me like take my strong hand vibes, like a scary movie. Yeah, that's so we're almost ready. Let's do it.
The sword comes out.
So while we're running these videos, I want to show you guys a experimental short that Sam at Corridor, the co-founder, just made, and he just dived into AI this last month, and used a pretty crazy fun workflow here, combining multiple different tools to make this short. And I think we should just watch it. You guys can kind of see. This took him a week to make. He pre-genned the whole thing. He filmed the whole thing and did video to video using Runway. He used
Runway first frame, right?
Runway first frame, yeah. So you can basically take your guide video, you can gen an image of that in the style you want, and then put those both in, and it'll apply that genned image onto your video for the duration of the video. So it gives you that control, So that's what Sam did here. You will see there is, because he's not using a really tight character LoRa model, there's going to be a little bit of variation on each gen of each model, but you could get around that if you went a bit harder training a character LoRa to apply to your generations. So if we added that step in, you'd probably get a perfect replication of the character. So check it out.
Oh, finally, an adventurer has come to save our village. Isn't this so exciting? Yes, it is. Oh, yes, over here. We have it. Well met. What's really a face? My face? It looks like a bear scratched him upon the face. Terribly painful, but he survived. Truly a hero. Oh, this? It's not an injury. It's my tattoo. Tattoo? Oh, no, face. A tattoo pretending to be scratched. I don't think it's bad scratches. It's more of a tribal design. Why would you do this to yourself? And just think of the horrified look on his lover's face when she sees that. And there's no way to change it now. This is my custom character design. I think it makes him look like a criminal. It kind of makes me look a little wild. Badass. Trust exactly, but in a cool, dangerous way. That's kind of the problem. Smart and cool that anyone with a face tattoo is either a criminal or just a bad lawful. Sometimes both. I'm a lawful good cleric. Oh, really? And which gods do you? Oh, I don't know. Whatever gods are in this game. Interesting. But I've got healing power. See, look, I've got heals. Yeah, well, the only heals we need are the sound of yours leaving our village. Thank you. I knew I should have picked the eye patch. Oh, look, now he's talking to himself. He's completely unstable. He's lost his mind. Fine. Well, I can't believe I'm doing this. Perfect. Now the rats will never scratch your face. Off to your first mission. Follow me to the think about it. I am.
That's fun.
So yeah, I mean, he did that in a week, guys.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, like the characters within like 3D models?
No. So what he did was he started by filming himself on a green screen, but we laughed because he didn't even. What he did was.
It's not doing anything. Turn on. This thing on?
That usually works in the movies when they just hit it. So he filmed himself on the green screen, acting out each character, basically the whole thing. All right. Then he went in, edited it. So this is all human work. He wrote, edited, shot it. Everything was made right before he started exporting the shots. That's all the pre-gen that goes into it. There's a lot of room for human.
There's a lot of room for human creativity with this stuff. These are just tools.
Yeah.
He wanted to use AI basically to render this 90s video game cutscene style, you know, and I think it was pretty effective.
No, it's great.
He also applied a post filter in After Effects that kind of gives you this dithering pixelation on top of everything, just to marry it, you know, together.
Yeah.
Some of the style was native to the gens, though, so it's about half and half. So then what he did basically was he's like, I need to make the characters. So he prompted characters based on images that he was wearing. And what we figured out was that it's really important for your guiding video, so the videos he took of himself as Sam, to match the silhouette. If that, like, so for this guy, he actually was wearing a little hood on. He was wearing a hoodie. For the guy with the helmet, he was actually shooting while wearing a helmet. So you do need to baby it a little bit.
Also, fun fact here, you may notice his little pendant in some of these shots. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, like you see this little, like that thing right there, that thing right there. Not in this one, but those pendants are just a freaking DJI mic. It's a DJI mic that got transferred over to the costume.
That's awesome.
Because it's based on, like, we actually have like a piece of armor that looks a lot like what that guy is wearing, and the helmet that he puts on at the end is also like one of our helmets that we have.
It's like almost like it's like a modern Halo like chest plate kind of.
Okay,
So yeah, I mean, he generated those images of the characters. He found a look that he liked. So he's like, okay, I like the look of the adventure in Villager 1 or 2. And then what he did is, instead of obviously take a whole bunch of photos for a character set and then train a model on that character, a Laura, he used AI to do it. So there is a ComfyUI workflow that can take one image of a character and create a full character lookup sheet, like a turnaround, basically.
So did he play all the characters then?
He played all the characters.
Because you see some of them in.
Oh, you see
some of them. You're like,
he totally.
Like, wait, that's Sam. Yeah.
That's his whole thing. Oh wow, what do we got here? didn't really. No sword.
My sword.
I think it's a bit too much for a team.
Yeah.
Because it's just like there's no sword in the image.
Yeah.
We're seeing the limitation here. You probably could prompt it.
He's probably working his way down towards the sword.
Yeah.
We did destroy. It's
I
fine.
think you might need a bit more time to get that action.
He kind of looks like he's getting angry though. He's like,
I think I might have you like wait or something. So to finish talking about Sam's workflow though. So he gets his character turnaround sheet. He then can put that into what's called Flux Gym. The easiest way I found to train character auras now for character consistency is there's an app called Pinocchio, Pinokio. It can run a bunch of Comfy and different AIs locally, or sorry, non-locally, all in the app. So it'll download all the code, run it all in its own kind of command prompt, all in Pinocchio. So it makes it very easy if you don't want to deal with downloading Python, doing all that kind of stuff.
or if you don't have the GPU power to do it.
Exactly. Or if you don't need to have the GPU power, it will go a bit slower than if you're running it on your own. But it's great for LoRa's because, like, I find that running any sort of model training in Comfy for me is just like a pain in the butt sometimes to get it all working. So I'd rather just go to a place where I can pop in the images and it'll train a model, and you get some different LoRa models. You can choose which one you like better. You can refine them all in Pinocchio using an app called it's an AI aggregation kind of desktop software called Pinocchio, and I use Flux Gym is what I used and what Sam used for this.
Cool.
So then he has a character LoRa, and he can basically take every first frame of each shot in his edit, export those as PNGs, put them into put them into Comfy with his character LoRa, prompt for 1990s game cutscene, this kind of character, gives him this guy an image of him, and then he goes to Runway ML using their first frame feature, pops it in Runway, and then basically tracks that image to his puppet, and that's how we did this.
He's just filming on a green screen, so
he's filming on a green screen, but the green screen cuts off and about here. Like it doesn't. We said it was just like to pay respects to green screen. We put in there, like we were joking around, like we'll just have a little piece of green tape on the wall, just to pay respects to the old ways.
because the point isn't to use the green screen; is to make the background like less detailed.
Simple, exactly. And what we actually found was the green screen was a pop-up green screen. And in a lot of the original generations, before he did the background isolation, so that's a whole other step, by the way. The backgrounds are genned separately and then comped in. We would get the formal screen edges coming into the generation. So there'd be like a weird castle wall that had that kind of, because it's going to factor in everything you give it. So, and then he gemmed the background separately and did simple compositing and then added the dithering effect afterwards to marry it all together. There is an establishing shot. Can you go to the establishing shot of the farm, the first shot? This was a really cool shot. Sam's crazy at combining this stuff. He basically roughed this out in Unreal and then ran it through Runway first frame the same way, and it rendered the Unreal grayscale animation with the camera moves. And how cool is that? I mean, it looks like it's out of an engine.
Well, he made the models of the environment in Unreal, right?
Yes.
So he made the camera in Unreal. What exactly he did? Okay, so what did it exactly Runaway do?
Runway rendered it in the style, basically. So he downloaded some random kit bash of medieval, village buildings, set this up, did his quick camera animation in Unreal, no textures, just grayscale, and ran that first frame just like he did for him.
So it stylized it basically.
Kept the movement, kept the parallax, everything, which is
cool.
Really
Nice.
Cool. AI for rendering is insane, and it's the future. It really is.
That's cool.
Because look at the results; they're pretty good. There are glitches. Like if he covered it up a lot with his dithering filter, to hide it. But yes.
How long did it take to render?
Good question. He was. I don't actually know that. Runway's pretty quick though. It's pretty quick. It's like a matter of seconds. Yeah.
How far away do you think we are from getting consistent renders of the same elements from shot to shot? So, for example, it's the way it's rendering the mill right now in the background. See, it changed, right? So, how far away would you say we are from the consistency?
The question is, how far away are we from full consistency in the renders? And we can achieve it now. I feel like you can achieve that now if you pre-gen enough, if you make models and LoRa's. But the answer without that is very close. We're very close to it being able to basically know what's changed and not regen them, you know?
Runway Gen 4 has a lot of new continuity things to it. I'm good with words.
I mean, words are fun. Continuity is the biggest problem to a creative working with AI, right? You know, because you need control of characters, of tone, of the environments.
Yeah.
And now that we're getting consistency, it's really just like we can actually start using this, you know, to make things. This is kind of an example of that. But like you said, you know, it's not perfect yet. We're getting that consistency. Sam didn't make any LoRa models besides the ones for the characters that were super quick. So, I mean, he could have put more work into that part and got more consistency at this point.
Do you want to get the Peach video?
Yeah. I think, sorry, one more question though?
Yeah, I have one more question. I'm a VFX artist myself, so I'm just curious, like you guys are now part of a very big VFX crew. Where do you guys think on the media scale? What do you guys think it leaves like the VFX artists in the workflow, their position? What does it leave for them to do if we have this consistent rendering? What are we still gonna have to do for this to work properly?
Well, I mean, this is all still composited.
Like in these shots here, it's only like halfway through. Yeah. So it's like the background, the characters, they're all separated, and so Sam's actually compositing them together. So it's like there's still a lot of like human touch going in here, and he's actually framing up and composing each of these shots. He's specifically scaling the characters to be in the frame in a certain spot. So it's like it's all still very manually controlled in that regard. At least this example. You may be asking a little bit more of like a philosophical question, like where we're gonna be.
I mean, none of us know, but I think one thing that is going to stay true is that there's always going to be roles for VFX artists and human creativity in this stuff, because after working with this stuff, it never comes out how you want. You always have to try to find ways to control it, to change it, or to settle with what you got. And no one wants to settle with what they got. So that's why, you know, these huge VFX studios have so many people. It's because everything has to be perfect and consistent. It needs to stand up. And AI is nowhere close to that right now. AI looks great when it's on a phone, but you know, when you blow it up right now, it falls apart. So the existential fear for me is much lowered after working with this stuff. Honestly, I think that's the best cure to existential AI fear. Start working with the tools, realize how bad it is. It's really freaking cool, but it is not going to steal filmmaking anytime soon, I swear. It is going to change how we approach some of these tasks, though, in the workflow. And that raises all sorts of philosophical questions. You know, what's the value of tedium? You know, is that art? Or is it the creative vision that is the art? Is it the take that is the art? So, I don't know. Questions? So let's run through some more of these videos that we gemmed, though, or pictures.
I'm just gonna sing something.
I don't think they would oh yeah, she's done. I want to see Peach
writing.
Actually writing the Mario Kart down the street. Also, maybe the first one too. The first one that was a little bit more like Nintendo style. It had more of the cart, you know. Is everyone doing all right today?
My arm's killing me. This.
But that is NAB, am I right?
Yeah.
And you guys needed a bigger booth for sure for this presentation. I feel like a lot
bigger than this.
Yeah, 2 screens.
You hear that? Next year.
See, Mario Kart's a K.
Hey.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, it's not the case. It's been really
Has anyone here ever actually messed with ComfyUI? No?
Yeah.
Seen the video.
I'm with you. I haven't either.
Yeah.
I just pretend to know what I'm doing.
That is very, very good. Right?
I'm gonna lean against this for a little bit. Switch hands.
Oh yeah.
You're right. Yeah, but I try to follow the action. You know. So.
All you gotta do is rotate it.
For a while, it's gonna be a static shot.
Solid. So yeah, it's going to do the whole process again, where it'll take the image, it'll outpaint it to here, and then generate a video from that outpainted image, all in one go. Yes.
I just want to comment, like, the consistency now is crazy. You look a year ago and like seeing the flickering from frame to frame, it's just like this is usable. Like if you could upscale this, pop it into Topaz Labs, make it 4K, give it some crispness. It's
Topaz is
pretty
great.
crazy. This will take a little bit.
Has anyone here messed with Topaz Labs before?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Amazing software for upscaling images or videos. I remember realizing a few years ago maybe that I could just like put more samples in a render when I'm rendering something out of Octane, higher samples at a lower resolution, and then I would upscale like a 720p video up to 4K, and it would look better than if I had just waited for it to render out the 4K image. If you account for the time, because it would have taken like 30 times longer.
I saw that you guys have Z depth map created from AI images, which is really good, really incredible, really useful. Is it possible to create, like using this ComfyUI, to create that depth map out of video clips? Like if I take a video clip of some real life footage, would I be able to make a depth map out of it and then apply some depth map like varied effects and
Yeah, I mean, do you know the actual like workflow for doing that? But yeah, there's a whole bunch of depth nodes here, and you can. I mean, obviously, if you're wanting to use the depth map to do something, you're going to be doing that in some compositing program rather than Comfy here. But Comfy will be generating all this stuff, and you can do it frame by frame.
You can see here in our second QLID workflow, it actually is creating.
But it's doing that based off of generation. What about like this?
You could add that into the process on the original image if you wanted it, and then pipe that into whatever process you wanted it to be used for.
And what about videos?
Yeah. I mean, there are tools to extract depth maps from videos as well. Yeah.
What if you're?
It'd be a whole different like node system.
Yeah.
You'd set up to kind of sequence it out and do it like frame by frame.
But you could sequence that and have it pipe into video gen after that. So, and there are also ways to export, obviously, your depth maps in traditional manners, and then feed them into AIs that are, going to look for that and process that. So, it's really crazy. I mean, the whole Unreal to AI rendering workflow is like mind blowing, and there's people that are doing crazy stuff with it online right now. Like, they'll just render out basic grayscale shapes, and with LoRa's be able to get crazy stuff. So. It's scary.
What if you have the ability to capture the depth map with like one of those, I don't know, those controllers? Can you feed that into here as the depth map channel?
I'm sure someone has coded a way to do it. I mean,
because you get even more, detail. I would imagine, So
Potentially.
I think,
potentially. Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of times they aren't super high res, are
we're
they?
going to see opportunities for all these traditional, VFX data gathering and inputs to be fed into this stuff if we haven't already.
They do a pretty good job on their own, so yeah.
It's pretty decent. So let's see. Does anyone else want to become a character while we're waiting for this video to gen? Sir?
Jason.
Yeah, man. How you doing? Good to meet you. Jason, what kind of character do you want to be?
Fire demon.
Fire demon?
Fire demon?
Yeah. You know why? Because he's going to take it into Ember Gem afterwards and add effects, aren't you?
Give me the depth passes. Yeah, we're gonna give you the raw depth passes. I don't even want an image, man. I just want my depth.
Cool about that depth.
That's a good one.
Awesome. Let's take your image. Ren, where's that Ren cam? All right.
It's out of focus. Be focused.
What's a fire demon look like? What's
Is the lens dirty or something?
No, it's just
Yeah, it just doesn't want to focus on it.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Nick.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold that face longer.
3, 2, 1. Ah, got him. Got your soul.
This TV is way more saturated than this one.
So the time for
Let's make a prompt.
What is it? A fire demon?
Fire demon.
Fire demon.
So, Ryan, are you familiar with EmberGen?
Very.
Yeah, so can you imagine what he can do with that?
No, absolutely.
He does great demos on it, so. Jason does.
Yeah, no, he helped me on the nuclear bomb video.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was going to say, I was almost positive you guys.
Okay, we got a video. See. I mean, look at the consistency though. She's having a great time.
I did it.
That's great.
I mean,
Weird and creepy looking.
we can iterate from there, but it's a good start.
It's a good start, you know? It's not far.
That hyperextended elbow.
How uncanny can the valley get?
I know.
Yeah. Oh, she's racing through the Uncanny Valley map right now. Yeah. It's my favorite course. Oh wow, that's gonna. I don't know if that's gonna work for us. I don't think much of you came through there. Let's try again.
It's not that bad. Come on.
I might need a prompt for like a more humanoid fire demon. Maybe that might.
Oh, is it?
You mean king? Try maybe like Hellboy National Ops.
That's great.
Spec Ops.
60.
Military maybe. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Let's see what happens. Highly trained soldier.
I got the X-Pack.
Oh, there you
Whoa! Hey, it looks just like you.
Yeah, I'm not sure much.
Let's see what happens. I'm gonna run this next one.
I'll face the camera.
Let's see what your military days were like. Okay, I'm gonna run one more video while we wait on that. Oh man, we can't even see her face though.
Lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, negative. I miss it. Yeah.
For 6.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh, how are you?
I'm holding this for a while.
Let's try that. We're gonna run this other video through while we wait. Let's do our matador, actually our boxer first. God, that's not what I wanted to do. Yes. Okay. We're gonna make a video of a boxer. Let's do it. The shadow boxing.
Are you doing the boxing?
Let's see if this works. I'm pretty impressed by this one, actually. I think it's pretty good. It would be crazy to do a live-action Mario Kart movie and just see it. There's currently no negative prompt in this workflow. Oh, yeah. Just keep trying it. Maybe actually take out goggles from the prompt, because goggles are listed in there. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what it does for the boxer here. I'm interested to see with the sepia tone if it's able to have a lot of stuff to draw on in the latent space, since there's probably less sepia tone media, especially video stuff out there for the AI to be drawing from. I mean, it really is like, that's why half the time if you type in a girl character, you're going to get some like, you know, anime girl kind of thing, because that's the majority of the images that these AIs are trained on, is a lot of that kind of stuff. So you can really see the biases of each different model, you know, in your prompts. That's pretty good. Nice. Okay. I love it. Well, let's refine that a little bit more. We're going to deepfake you back over that and see if we can actually get your likeness a little bit more punchy. So let's go to part 2. So we're gonna.
Probably. I don't know what start that. Basically, only been here for this.
Let's see what happens.
No, we got an interview today, but like today, I've only been here at NAB so far.
That boxer shot actually looks really cool.
Where's Rick? I didn't see
Oh, they had the jet. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
he'll get an email later.
so we'll see if this improves. I don't know, Jason. If this looks, you can choose which one you like best.
They live.
See, so there's before. I don't know. I like this one. So that's the original.
It's like less smudgy.
I feel like, yeah, it is a little bit less smudgy. Okay.
You get better at the facial presets and stuff.
Gosh, you're such a happy soldier. I just love your color. Cool. So we're gonna take this and we'll turn it into a video next.